Hello and welcome to another review by Counter Reviews. Today we will be reviewing Mafia 2.
Gentlemen, this is Vito Scaletta. Vito, know that this family
The story of Mafia 2 is excellent. I cannot talk more highly of it. It's got lots of twists and turns that are pretty predictable, but it'll keep you playing through the whole game. It was about 70% of the reason that I played through the whole game was because of the voice acting and the story. It is really compelling and it's great. In it, you'll be playing as Vito Scaletta, an ex-World War II soldier who is sent back from the army because of a bullet wound.
If I were to betray the secret of our way of life.
On his arrival back from the war, he finds his family's in a lot of financial trouble, so he works for the Mafia to earn some quick, dirty cash, but with it comes a lot more than he bargained for, really. Without a doubt, the story of Mafia 2 is the greatest thing about the game, and it'll keep you playing until the end, so I give the story a 9.7 out of 10.
Arrenditi, o gli faccio saltare il cervello!
Gameplay of Mafia 2 is fairly solid. It's your duck and cover shooter game, which is, there's really nothing new, but they have brought little key elements to it, like for instance, you have to pick lock for cars, and they got a really good one-on-one fighting combat system, which you don't really see in the kind of Grand Theft Auto game engine game. So you know, those little things were great to see. But as for the main gameplay, which is obviously with the guns and the shooting, which you do have a small variety of guns, but big enough to have a good variety. It's a good variety, but it's not a very large variety of guns. But yeah, it's all in all, it's fairly solid. One other great thing about the game is the fact that you don't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Like with the Grand Theft Auto games, you get the feeling like you're just driving here, shooting this guy, driving here, stealing this car, drive this car here, pick this guy up. For some reason, this game just made me feel like every single day I was doing something new, and it was pretty good, and it kept me playing. So I give the gameplay an 8.5 out of 10.
In pursuit of a speeding vehicle.
The difficulty of Mafia 2 again is pretty solid. A key thing that they added was police will pick up on you if you are speeding. You got 3 levels of difficulty, easy, medium, and hard, obviously. Easy, obviously, being fairly easy, but still not a run out and shoot everyone game, so you won't be doing anything like, you know, like those games where you can just jump on the table and there's 30 dudes in the room. You won't be able to do that. But then when you go on hard mode, things do get a lot harder, and the AI just become more careless rather than smart. They'll just, if you're ducking for cover, they'll just run around instead of, you know, strategically trying to pull you out of your position or anything, which, like in Gears of War. The difficulty of Mafia 2 does get a bit tedious, so I only give it an 8 out of 10.
Vito, go pop the trunk.
Is that a joke? That's great. That's just great.
The audio and graphics of Mafia 2, let's start with the audio. The audio is perfection. The voice acting is great. It's hilarious, it's funny, and it's got a great soundtrack, and the game's audio is phenomenal. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The graphics in Mafia 2 aren't the greatest, but they are very interactive. Which is great. Like the snow on the roof, it melts when you drive in the sun, which, you know, is great. Cutscene graphics aren't that great. I mean, actually, she looks pretty good. But anyways, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live
All in all, Mafia 2 is a really good game. I say, if you're looking for the next game to get, it's this game. I give it a 8.8 out of 10. It is really good. You won't be playing it with your mates. It doesn't support multiplayer, but you'll be playing it with yourself. It's a good challenge. It's a good, if you put it on hard mode, you'll be playing it for the next 12 to 15 hours. Easy mode, 8 to 10. It's a really good, solid game, and like the song suggests, just let the good times roll.
Don't care whether you're young or old, I'll let the good times roll.
This has been reviewed by Counter Reviews. Just letting you all know, I like to keep my language suitable for all ages. And we've cut. Fuck yeah, another review down.